108 Gates, where we are doing the Divine Masculine reading first. I hope you are well. You can check your monthly readings in the appropriate playlist. So they're there for this month and next month. And now we are going into the Divine Masculine energy of seeing what's going on. Self-acceptance. There is a very beautiful, powerful energy around this, and I want to work to articulate it properly because it's not the same as the past kind of versions of self-acceptance. So this level of self-acceptance is allowing yourself that fluid, creative pattern of thought, flow of thought, to be able to see your actual higher potential, to be your higher potential. And not only that, some of you, I'm not saying all, I hope it's more than what I'm sensing, but some of you, there's like a handful, are going to be seeing and sensing examples of where you want to be heading, who you want to be connecting with, coming in, inspiring you in ways because they kind of give you the story of how I started off, how I got to this part, how I got to that part, how I did this. So kind of giving you that realistic perspective of when you have those bigger things that you weren't able to achieve before, but bringing it back to now I'm working towards this in a different way. Yes, it may not have worked out before. Yes, it may have collapsed before, but this is a new approach. This is a new way of doing it. Because of all of the stuff you've cleared, for those of you who have been doing a lot of clearing, this may be easier for you. So for all the stuff you're clearing, you're going to have more space for the inspiration, the great connections coming in, those inspiring conversations. So, for example, if somebody has had a certain particular line of business or worked on something for many, many, many years, and you just happen to have that conversation, or you overhear a conversation, or you watch something and it gives you a spark of some inspiration, some information, some insight that you've needed that you didn't have before. So the Ten of Cups, keeping in mind that there's one here that's spilt over. It's not an issue. The cup's still there. It's just that something within it that you've been collecting up. It's not there anymore. But if you think about in this deck, the Nine of Cups, there's 3 over, 6 still remain upright. So here you've got 9 upright, 1 down. So that little bit of residue from things didn't work out before. So release, let go of that, making sure you're clearing that appropriately and thoroughly, because you don't want any of that lingering around. You want to be clear of that and free of that to make sure you're 100%, 110%, 120%, 130% focused on where you're heading. And the reason I'm saying 110, 120, 130 is because of this is going to be such an energy, such a force, especially where Mars is right now. It's going stronger. Let's just get the chart up to make sure it's accurate in this particular moment of this reading. So Mercury is at 23 Sagittarius, so the communication, the thinking, the strategies, all of those getting a boost with Mercury, because Mars is at 1 degree Sagittarius too, and the Sun is at 4. So that's a lot of heat, that's a lot of power, that's a lot of focused energy in that space. So right now, utilize every second you can, because it's such a gorgeous energy, especially now with Saturn in the 0 degrees Pisces. So that bringing in the fluidity of some of the rules and regulations that you may have adhered to before in the past that had rose-coloured glasses with sugar crystals on, creating that kaleidoscope of disbelief, of being in denial of what was actually going on. So literally seeing things for what they are, understanding that some rules were just made there to manipulate or cajole or disempower, letting them fall. That's what this cup is letting go of. So if you think about all of that, and that's 1 cup gone. Imagine now all this power available for you, all these resources ready to come in, and the reason they're coming in now is because you're better able to recognize where you are strong. You're better able to recognize and feel into the energies of being worthy of having these come in. So you have the 6 of coins. Again, it's this sense of equality, bringing in things, making sure that things are divvied up equally, making sure that things are brought in, and the value is there. So you're being valued, not valued as in like how much are you worth, more to do with you're being valued because you're appreciated and feeling appreciated, being valued because of the things you bring to the table that other people don't, things you bring to the table that you don't have to but you do. These are the kind of values that are bringing it in. These are the kind of things, you acknowledging them in yourself is going to empower you and fill that cup again. Other people may have seen this but kind of not said it because they wanted to harness it and kind of bring it in for themselves. They took advantage. They took advantage of you being down on yourself in the past. Therefore, it's like, yeah, well, you know what? You're down here anyway, but they see more potential in you. They know you have more potential, but utilize. You're not valuing yourself because then you're feeding them, drip feeding them your energy that you couldn't see, you couldn't value, because knowing subconsciously from experience or whatever it is that we do in our unconsciousness, that if you're aware of your higher potential, you'll start utilizing it somewhere more useful. They didn't want that. Therefore, this conflict coming in because those things that were going wrong, those things that kept tripping up, those things that just doesn't matter what you were doing, it just kept going down, down, down. It kept tripping up, it kept collapsing, it kept falling down or falling away. In acknowledging this, you're going to be mastering certain things of protecting what you're working on, protecting where you're going, protecting what you're doing. Anyone comes along and tries to ruin this or sabotage it, they haven't got a clue of what they're dealing with now, because you're savvy, you're aware of it, and you're bringing a different kind of awareness to this. If you're not feeling confident in what I'm saying, this is a perfect opportunity to amplify your confidence in yourself, to amplify your self-acceptance, bringing in more courage, bringing in more equality, bringing in more respect, not from just yourself but from others too. And if they don't, they won't possibly. Sunshine, bringing in that beautiful sunshine, bringing in that beautiful awareness of how much you are uplifting of yourself, of others, how much you have done that in the past, but it's always been downplayed by others, possibly more than yourself, and then you kind of took that on, you kind of transferred that onto yourself of like, this is how it is, this is my parameters, these are my boundaries of where I'm not allowed to go out of. So other people's boundaries of you, they had no problem having boundaries to put you in a pen, to put you in a barbed wire fence, to put you in an electric barbed wire fence, and just keep amping up the security to not let you out. You're seeing past the security systems, you're seeing past their defence mechanisms, you're seeing past their restrictions, limitations of you, to keep you hemmed in, to keep you penned in. Therefore, gently, calmly, through your self-acceptance, through encouraging yourself to really get connected with your courage, figuring out in a very smart and diplomatic and ethical manner how to move on and out of that. You don't want to be creating more hassle as you leave it. You kind of want it as quiet and as easy as possible, but at the same time making sure a point is made. Hope that makes sense. Right, there we go. So as you increase your value, as you increase your self-acceptance, as you're aware of your self-acceptance, do not be surprised if the demonic energies come in, if the lower vibes come in. So just remembering, I used this analogy before, or this example before in the past, at the past channel. It's coming up really strong again. So devil energy isn't necessarily bad, and this is why I'm saying that. It's what you do with the devil energy. So if you go into a shop and your intention is to eat healthily, oh wow, one sec.